task, can we do everything on Main Street, USA? I am racing against the clock to do everything as fast as I can in Disney's most famous land. You might know that there's not a lot of rides on Main Street, but you might be shocked by how much there actually is. Main Street, USA is the red carpet of Magic Kingdom that welcomes you into this world of imagination and play. Walt was inspired by making the quintessential American town, which was named Main Street, USA. There is so much to see and do, so I am going to show you this hub in a way that you have never seen it before. Okay, so we have a list of tasks that we don't have to do in any really particular order, and I am gonna start over here at Town Square Theater to meet Mickey. This is gonna be our biggest trial of the day. It is still fairly early this morning. It's saying a 25-minute wait. When I was on the monorail, it was saying a 50. Hopefully 25 is a lot more accurate, because if we can zoom through Mickey Mouse, then we're gonna do really well today. Timer has started, let's go. Good morning. How are you today? You're the first person I'm seeing. Had to be the first stop. Oh, you like those? Right? A little bit on theme. It's perfect for Halloween, which we start a little early here. But yeah, always have the ears on. It's the one thing I have to have, you know? Okay, you're not gonna believe this, but I walked in and out of that room in less than 5 minutes. My timer right now says 4 minutes and 50 seconds. That I started the challenge, walked in to meet Mickey. It said 25 minutes. Pro tip, come see Mickey in the morning or grab a lightning lane for him. I personally have had to wait over an hour for Mickey for other challenges we've done in the past, and I love Mickey Mouse. We talked about my earrings, we talked about my ears, we talked about my Steamboat Willie pin. I'm a Mickey fan. But do I want to spend an hour waiting for Mickey? Not always. So if you have kiddos that are huge fans of Mickey, or you just don't want to wait that long, consider coming in the morning. Apparently no one is here, or grab that lightning lane. Now, we are already on to our second task, and if you don't know, Mickey's meet and greet in Town Square Theater actually exits through the store called Curtain Call, which is where I'm at right now. And our next task is actually here in Curtain Call, and it kind of is about our friend Breedlove. So this is Curtain Call. Curtain Call has tons of ears, sweatshirts, merchandise. A lot of the Eras collection is in here. You can find a lot of the Halloween collection. Now, my task while I'm in here is to find a pair of ears for Breedlove. And I think this one will be a little bit easy. There's a pair of ears that's already kind of sticking out in my mind that I'm pretty excited about. But while we're in here, I want to shout out this, what we think is very funny. I guess it's like a dress, like a doily Disneyland from the 100 collection. Breedlove is obsessed with this. He has tried to get all of the girls to buy it. He thinks it's so fun. So shout out to Breedlove for that. When it comes to ears though for Breedlove, this one is, honestly for me, it's not that hard. So there's a lot of good ones right now. We have purple. We have the one from the Joey Chow collection, which is a beautiful collection. Acid wash. There's so many ears right now. We have even the 100th ears from the Disney Company 100th celebration. There are these. These are actually, I think, leftover from the 50th. We have the mauve ears. We have plain ears. These were some of my favorites, but mine broke. There are so many, but for me, for Breedlove, it's an easy guess. I have to choose the daisy ears. He is such a big Daisy fan, and these are just perfect. And also, maybe I should buy them for myself. Okay, next, I'm gonna hop on the Omnibus. This is one of the Main Street vehicles, and it is not available every day. Let's see if there's some space. Fingers crossed. We made it. This is my first time on the Omnibus. Okay, I'm gonna talk really loud to try to get over the music. We made it to the front, but now we're stuck because the show is happening. So we can't move until the show is done, which is not great for our timer, but we made up a lot of time with Mickey, so I think we'll be fine, but this is not boding well for us. However, I can watch the show from here. It's been 23 minutes. The show is not over. All right, the show finally ended. We are about to leave. I do have to say, we are now 33 minutes into the challenge, and you're probably thinking, Emma, why didn't you go do something else during the show? I was in the middle of a task, so I couldn't really walk away and come back. This was the worst thing that could have happened time-wise. That added almost 20 minutes onto our time so far. Boo. I do love the Main Street vehicles though, and I have to say that this was probably the most magical thing I've gotten to experience in a really long time. So I'm not actually that upset about it. After what I think is one of the most magical rides I've ever been on, we're finally back to the front, although it took way too long. I'm so glad I got to do this. This was amazing. Okay, made it back to the front finally. There's a handful of things I need to grab at Boxcar and inside Main Street Theater, but luckily, that'll be fast. This was incredible. If you don't know what Main Street vehicles are, there are several of them. What I just got to do is called the Omnibus, and it's a double-decker bus. I got to ride on the bottom level all the way to the castle, and then I got to ride to the top on the way back. It was so incredible. Absolutely, highly recommend doing the Main Street vehicles. They normally are only out here in Disney World in the morning, but at Disneyland they're out all night, and they're magical, and just do it. Okay, now there's technically something I have to do in here that I forgot to do, and that is box office gifts. So this is technically another store here inside Main Street Theater, right near Curtain Call. You can see Mr. Toad is holding his deed here. Maybe he didn't actually give it to Elle. I don't know. But there's lots of things in here. One of my tasks, one of my tasks is that I have to pick out something for Quincy here. So let's check it out. Let's find something for Quincy. Okay, there's a lot of good stuff in here. Mainly for this area, it's a lot of like statues, figurines, art. It's really beautiful. There's a lot of cool stuff. You can also find the photo pass up here. So if you ever have questions about photo pass or you are just curious, you can check that out up here. You also can check in for your special portraits that you can pay for up here as well. So let's see for Quincy. Oh, no question. This is the Peter Pan attraction musical figurine for the 50th anniversary. It's a Peter Pan's flight. It's a boat. She loves Captain Hook, so I'm gonna say probably this for Quincy. Okay, I chose something for Quincy, and you know what? While I was checking my list of like tasks we have to do today, I realized I'm supposed to watch the castle show. Well, guess what I just did on the Omnibus? So best thing ever could have happened. We just worked out. We got 2 in 1 without even realizing it. We're off to a better start. Confidence is back through the roof. While I might be feeling like a little bit more confident, there's still a lot more to do than y'all realize, so we've got to pick up the pace. So I'm gonna head over here, start doing a few smaller tasks before we hop on our next kind of time-consuming task. So next up, I have made my way over here to City Hall, and that's because I'm gonna grab something that you can grab for free actually in Disney World. And you might be surprised that something is free, but it's true. Something is still free. So City Hall actually operates as guest relations. So if you have any problems, questions, malfunctions, this is where you're gonna come and they'll help you out. Okay. So here we are with my button, challenging myself. Again, anything you need over at Guest Relations, they're gonna take good care of you. Even when we've had issues at parties in the past, so like Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party or Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, they are open the entire time and they've taken good care of us. So right next to Guest Relations are lovely restrooms, but we are actually going to talk about the fire station. So this is the fire station. Traditionally, you can see fire engine number 71 on display. It is actually not here right now. Oh, hold on, pause. Because here come the Dapper Dan on one of the Main Street vehicles. Okay, so fun. Okay, now we are going to go inside the firehouse. Now traditionally they do have a fire engine on display. It is actually not on display right now. I am not 100% sure why, but that's not the only thing you can find in here. They actually have some of these souvenir coins if you're a coin collector. They're so cute. Cruella de Vil and then some of the Dalmatians, because that's another thing you can find in here is some of our favorite Dalmatian friends. You can also find really incredible patches from different fire departments throughout the U.S. Look how cute the Donald one is. And there's normally not many people back here, so it's just a good place to kind of see some interesting things and also just get out of the heat for a second. Now they will take the fire engine in and out depending on if they need to refurbish it, if they're Street vehicle that day. It is not out and about right now, but definitely come check it out. It's just neat, and it's one of those things that Magic Kingdom has that's historical and really cool that a lot of other theme parks don't do. All right, so now we are exiting the fire station. This is the car barn. This is where they keep the horses, and this is where they keep the Main Street vehicles. But that's not what I'm here for. I'm here for this, the barbershop, which is fairly famous in my opinion. So this is the Harmony Barbershop. This is where you can get haircuts here on Main Street. Reservations are very hard to come by, and it actually opened not too long ago after COVID. So I've not personally ever got my hair cut here, but I would actually love to. And now my task here is to find a really bad photo of myself as a child with a bad haircut. Well, I have the perfect one in mind. I will also say a lot of friends get their first haircut here, so you can see some friends in the window, a friend getting what looks like maybe one of his first haircuts. I mean, it's just cute, and it's a really special experience. It's so bad. I decided I would cut my own hair. I was feeling very encouraged, and then it was right before Christmas time. So there I am. You can see that shame. And I'm gonna send it to Cassie. Okay, so we've talked about City Hall, we talked about the fire engine, we talked about the barbershop, we are gonna talk about the Emporium, we are gonna talk about confectionery. But while I'm back up here, I don't know why I'm making any of the decisions I'm making. I think it's pure stress. No, Dapper Dance. But we have to be on time for some things. So I'm gonna go right now, ride the train, a full loop. This is the Main Street Station stop. There are other stops. There is one in Fantasyland by Storybook Circus. And then there is also one in Frontierland. And this is easily the busiest one.
I can feel a magical water is all clear. The engines are blowing out whistles. Please remain seated while hands are.
Very excited for this. I personally love the Walt Disney Railroad. It's very relaxing, super chill. And I think I really love it because Walt Disney was obsessed with trains, and he had to have one in his park at Disneyland. So of course, it was only natural to have some in Disney World as well. And it was closed for refurbishment for a really long time. So I'm personally excited to see it back open. Here we go. A seat to myself. The entire loop around Magic Kingdom is roughly 1.5 miles. It's going to take us about 20 minutes to go all the way around. I don't love the thought of it taking 20 minutes, but you know what? Sometimes it just has to.
We're currently departing Main Street Station. And if you're missing those friendly faces already, not to worry. On this train, it's never goodbye. It's always see you real soon. U.S.A.
Took us right at 22 minutes, stops and all. I will say there were not huge lines for the train because it's still fairly early in the day. It's only about 11:15 right now. So the line wasn't too bad. People were still doing kind of early morning priorities, but 22 minutes. Now it's time for a sweep. We need to go as fast as we can. I know I say that while I'm walking like a normal pace, but it's getting serious. And also where I'm going is right here. Okay, so we're back near Town Square Theater, but we're not going over there. We're kind of in a way going over to Tony's Town Square restaurant. So right out here, right outside of Tony's, is where you're gonna find these. It's little paw prints for Lady and the Tramp, because Tony's Town Square restaurant is a Lady and the Tramp themed Italian table service. I like it here. I can't believe I'm saying that to you, but it's a little bit true. If you want to see our full review, go check that out on the channel right now. But I have to now sing Bella Notte to these paw prints. Okay, I'm supposed to sing for 30 seconds, Bella Notte. The biggest problem is I don't know Bella Notte, hardly at all. So I know the first verse, so we're gonna sing it really slow, because that's all we got. Also, I'm gonna set my timer on my watch, so just a second. Oh, this is the night, the most beautiful night, and we call it Bella Notte. They have stars in their eyes. This beautiful night. Oh, done. I'm sorry for that. I'm glad that you got to watch me do that. Next up, we're gonna go right into the confectionery for our next task. Let's go. Okay, this is the confectionery. So there's actually a handful of things. This is kind of iconic on Main Street. This is where you're gonna grab those candy apples, cupcakes, treats, lollipops, all the good jazz. But I am heading over here to candied popcorn. Let's do a make your own. I'll do 2 toppings in a syrup.
Okay, what type of popcorn?
Let's go with the butter.
And what type of chocolate, please?
I'll do Twix and then pretzels, so 2. I'll do milk chocolate.
Milk chocolate?
Yeah. Okay, so I grabbed my popcorn. We're gonna have some. I ended up going with pretzels, Twix, and milk chocolate, a favorite of mine. Now we got some stuff to do. We don't really have that much time to talk, but I'll try it and then we'll keep going. I love this popcorn so much. I don't do it a ton, just because it's a little bit pricier, not crazy. I paid $13 something for just my 2 toppings and 1 syrup. I love this popcorn. It's so tasty. Perfect salty sweet kind of combo. For me, I also appreciate that they've moved it now to a bowl rather than a bag. Because in the past you had to stick your hand in the bag and it got really messy. So I appreciate this. And now I have it for the rest of the parade. Love that popcorn. I will stress it is pretty messy. But look who's walking up. And I'm supposed to watch a full show. So this seems perfect. It's the Dapper Dans.
Right down the middle of Main Street, USA. Your famous Dapper Dans of Main Street, USA. The finest barbershop quartet in a 2-block radius. That's right, and we're here to sing for you. You're here to listen to us, so I hope we finish first. I'm back to run through these, a wagon there on these, on Coney Island, walk around the lake. Take it! On her, Coney Island, walk for you. Every day. So come all around, hold on down, run up the music, come all over time, make it. So
Up, I am right outside of Uptown Jewelers, and we are going to find the most expensive thing in here and the cheapest thing in here. I guess I should say the least expensive thing in here. And frankly, this might be a task, so let's hurry. So let's start looking. Now, I know Dooney and Burke's are pretty expensive. This is actually an annual pass holder exclusive, and it is $368. So we're running at $368 right now. Here's another Dooney and Burke. This one is $268. Now they also have some pretty expensive watches. Ooh, this watch right here, $375. So current highest, this Minnie Mouse watch, $375. Ooh, new high. These 2 dog tag style necklaces are both $17.50. That's the highest I'm finding. If you're about the collection, also won't top $17.50. And frankly, the Dooney and Burke's haven't. Ooh, but there is a Tommy Hilfiger collection, so we better check it. Okay, so although it is pretty pricey, it's not topping $1,750. So sorry, Tommy, you don't win this time. Okay, so most expensive thing in the store, definitely the dog tag style necklaces for $1,750. Let's find the least expensive though. So for least, I'm gonna start looking at the kiddo, or like a kiddo jewelry, because it's not for kids. I own this jewelry, but you know, the more inexpensive jewelry. So the earrings over there are $20, $39.99, $21.99. Ooh, $19.99, new lowest. Oh, nope, doesn't beat $19.99. Although, very pretty. Okay, so we've eaten popcorn, we've watched entertainment, we've gone into Uptown. I will say on the entertainment front, this was not the only option. Dapper Dance was not the only option. You can actually see incredible piano players over by Casey's. You can see the stage show, which we technically already did as well, because it's kind of a different task. But there's lots of fun. Dapper Dance also do multiple shows a day, and sometimes they will actually get on one of the Main Street vehicles and ride up and down Main Street, which we actually kind of saw this morning. So keep your eyes peeled. They're so incredible, the Dapper Dance are. Okay, so we have about 20 minutes until the first parade of the day. There are only two, so if I miss the first one, we lose. I mean, no question. The challenge is against myself, and I still would lose because the next one isn't until 3. So right now we're in the Emporium, and we are going to find the ultimate gift for Sage, which Halloween feels right, but let's go this way. I don't think he's a keychain guy. Oh, but you know what? I do think he is a fan of villains. So I feel like this villain pin starter set is actually really cool. Okay, alternatively, I'm actually not getting him the pins. I've decided I'm getting him this phone case because it's so cool. It's still villain themed, but it's a lot more subtle, and I just think it's neat. They even have the poison that they give Hercules, like the Hades creates. It's just, this is cool. So we're going phone case. Now, if you've never been in the Emporium, which is where I'm at right now, this is where you can kind of do your one-stop Disney shop. There's gonna be tons of pins, t-shirts, plushes, keychains. I mean, all of the generic kind of Disney merch that you might want on your way out of the park, you're gonna find over here. There's so much cool stuff. I could spend hours in here, but we don't have hours. We actually have no time. So back outside. Okay, next up we're gonna head inside the Main Street Bakery. We kind of have to get through a little bit of a crowd because everybody's waiting for parade. But what I know, and what you guys know, because you guys watch AllEars, is that the parade will not be on Main Street at noon. It starts in Frontierland at noon. So we've got some time. Let's talk Main Street Bakery. And of course, do my favorite thing here in Main Street Bakery, get a coffee. So the Main Street Bakery is actually the resident Starbucks location. You can find all of the Starbucks classics here. You can find their sandwiches, no egg white bites, which if that matters to you like it matters to me and Quincy, take that into account. But they even have some amazing tomato soup and grilled cheeses here, and they even have the Mickey cinnamon roll. So a few things you might not find outside of Disney World, but for the most part, it's just the normal Starbucks with some special cups, which we'll talk about. Okay, so here are some of the specialty mugs you can grab here. Fry Bucket is a mug collector, so I'm gonna buy her this one. Like, if I was thinking clearly, I would get her that. Not if I was thinking clearly. If I was truly buying her something, I would get her this one for her collection. And you can find a lot of specialty items here. Okay, I got it. Brown sugar shaken espresso. Let's watch the parade. Okay, we have our coffee. I was gonna head outside and go ahead and find my spot for the parade, but it just says I have to watch the whole parade and I have to have like a great spot for it. So for the sake of time, I'm gonna head up and do one more thing that I know I can do at least by the time the parade rolls around on this side of Main Street, so I don't have to cross the street or anything. But this is the Plaza Restaurant, a restaurant that I personally really like here on Main Street. You can find a lot of comfort foods, kind of classic items over here. If you want to see a full review of it, you can actually check it out on the channel right now, where Quincy, myself, and Fry Bucket came and we had lunch here. It was a lot of fun. Check that out. But let's talk about why I'm here. Okay, so I'm here in front of the plaza. What I have to do here is we're gonna talk about how to make a dining reservation in excruciating detail, is what the lovely things that, oh, I hear music, you better hurry. Okay, so to make a Disney dining reservation, there are a few options. First is through the app, so you're gonna go into your My Disney Experience app. You're gonna click the little plus in the bottom, and then it's gonna pop up a lot of options for you. You're gonna hit make a dining reservation or check reservations. I can't remember the exact verbatim word. From there, you can select the day you're looking for a reservation, and if you want to, you can filter it by park or by Disney Springs or by resorts. However, I normally just leave it completely open and I see all of the available options. It shows you the options and the time, and you can go through based on your party size and choose what you need. can also do a very similar act on the computer, but you're gonna go to the Disney World website, and that's where you're going to find things to do, make a dining reservation, exact same process. You're gonna choose your date and your party size, and that's when you can filter if you want to, but I always don't filter. I like to see my options, unless you know for a fact, okay, I want Magic Kingdom breakfast, filter. Then you're gonna choose what you want. Simple. It feels like a lot because you have to make them. Oftentimes, if you're going for a really hard reservation at 4 a.m. On the day 60 days out from your reservation, you can make reservations up to 60 days in advance, and that can feel a little bit competitive. But if you're casual, you're just looking for something, it's pretty simple. Let's cross the street. I'm making a lot of rushed decisions. I feel a lot more stressed than I sound.
For the Festival of Fantasy?
Now, Festival of Fantasy is going to start in just a few minutes. They do have the street blocked off at this point, or they're trying to get it blocked off. And I am going to head over here and do some things. Prepare a little. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to place a mobile order for Casey's. We're going to walk over here to Crystal Palace, talk about what that is, go pick up our Casey's, go back, watch the parade. Multitasking. And also, I know we talked about eating our popcorn during the parade. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna take our popcorn home, maybe for dessert. We have other things. Just kidding, the music started right now. So we're gonna talk Crystal Palace and then watch the parade right over there. Okay, Crystal Palace is another dining option here on Main Street. It is actually a family style character dining option. I have not been recently. Quincy actually went when it reopened and brought the characters back with our friend Breedlove. And one of the best things about it is that it's character dining, but it's Winnie the Pooh character dining. So let's see if anybody's out right now. I don't see anyone, Cara. Oh no, I see Tigger. Can you see him? Okay, there he is. So I have to do an impression. Since I saw Tigger first, I have to do an impression of Tigger. And that is going to be an interesting thing that I'm going to do right now. Let's go bouncing. I know it was bad. You know it was bad. But you also know I gave it my best shot, my best effort. Okay, the music started, but the parade is just now over there. So I did go ahead and mobile order. So if you've never been, Casey's Corner is a hot dog quick service here at Magic Kingdom on Main Street, and it is delicious. Okay, corn dog nuggets, fries, cheese. We still got time. Oh, there's plenty of time. Okay, Casey's is really famous for their plastic cheese. So part of my challenge here is I have to eat something in plastic cheese, and I will happily eat this in plastic cheese. It's hot. The parade is getting close to us, and I will say, I'm gonna watch the parade from here underneath the shade while I have lunch as a really chill, kind of nice, different experience. I will say, you're gonna miss some stuff if you're not right on Main Street. You're gonna miss some of the dancers, but the floats are so huge, so if you really only care about seeing those main characters, you'll be okay to watch it from places like this. This was honestly perfect for me. I got to multitask. I'm finishing up lunch right now. And I also didn't get hot. I don't feel bad. A lot of times when I watch the parade, by the end of it, I feel really just kind of gross. I don't know how else to put it, just like hot and sunburnt. But I also am not like a huge parade person. I love that parade. I think it's incredible, but I've seen it a lot. So I'm okay to kind of step to the back. If you don't super care about parades, I think this is a great way to watch it and have some lunch, sit in the shade. But if you're a huge character person or you're a huge parade person, this is not going to be the best view for you. I mean, there's very much a give and take here. This is perfect for someone like me, but it might not be for you. Because as you can see, I couldn't see everything in the parade. So do what you will with that. We need to quickly finish up lunch and keep going. But we're almost to the end. Hold on. Finished up lunch. I now need to take a photo with the photo pass on Main Street. I guess who has not popped out just yet post parade, so we're gonna go to the Plaza Ice Cream instead. Okay, I'm here at Plaza Ice Cream Parlor. This is kind of the one-stop shop for ice cream on Main Street. It is simple, it's just Edie's, but we love it here. So we're gonna grab a small bite of ice cream, and then I'm gonna give you a really long, detailed explanation as fast as I can while I eat the ice cream. It's the worst thing I can be doing post-lunch immediately, but I have to, it's a challenge. Okay, I got my sweet treat. I actually got raspberry sorbet. This is a plant-based option. They also had soy chocolate and soy vanilla. This just sounded nice to me. And they still give you the little chocolate Mickey ears. And she did ask me if it was a preference or a need, which I just really appreciated. So they were gonna be more careful. But now I have to eat this whole thing while I tell you my best or my favorite perfect day that we've ever had the entire time I eat this. So let's get settled and then I'll do that. Ooh, this is tart. It's really nice though. Very refreshing. Okay, so my favorite perfect day that we've ever had is probably, we've had a lot. Favorite perfect day is probably the one that we did actually with Sage. Quincy and I did it with Sage. And I think I liked it because we started by rope dropping. This is gonna be really long. We started by rope dropping the Tomorrowland kind of rope drop strategy, which normally we do Adventureland rope drop strategy, and we've been tossing in a Fantasyland every now and then. Did Tron that day? Maybe we did it. I can't fully, it's been so long ago. We had some pretzels and churros for breakfast. You know, we had a slower morning, which was really nice, because normally we don't do that. So we ended up leaving and going to Steakhouse 71 for lunch. But I'm such a slow eater. And I promise I'm trying to go faster with this. So Quincy and I got espresso martinis. And then we got the Steakhouse 71 stack burgers. Oh my god, you guys. This is my favorite burger. My head hurts. I mean, for me to talk with my mouth with food in it, I don't ever do that, or I try not to at least. Any day that we're here till the close of the park, we always end up going over here to Plaza Ice Cream because this is one of our favorite places on the planet. Okay, I'm done and I'm gonna show you. Okay, thank you for listening. Here it is, MG Sorbet. Finally finished that up here. PhotoPass friends are finally back out. I'm gonna take a picture here on Main Street. I'm right in line. Here we go. If you don't know what PhotoPass is where Disney has professional photographers lined up throughout Disney World so they can take pictures of you and your family. Traditionally, they're in like a lime green shirt, so they're really easy to spot. This is one of the older costumes, but they're so nice. There are packages that you can buy, but I think they're really worth it. They can get pricier, but it's some of the only family photos we have of every single person in the picture. You know, normally mom or dad is taking pictures, so they kind of get left out. So I really like PhotoPass for that reason. Okay, photos taken. So now let's head over to the Hubgrass and take some more pictures, but this time just of us on our phones. So if you don't know what the Hubgrass is, it is a patch of grassy area, I guess that's how you would describe it, that is on both sides of Main Street. And honestly, I just love it over here. It's comfortable. There isn't a lot of shade, which is the one thing about the Hubgrass that I wish we could kind of improve. But at night, when everybody's leaving the parks, my husband and I like to sit on the grass and just kind of relax and look at the castle, and I just really love the Hubgrass. So let's sit here and take some pics. The Hubgrass is a lot of fun. Good castle pictures. Now they actually do have a special PhotoPass photo over here, which is not necessarily the task, so I'm not gonna take the time to do it, but it's like a Zoom photo. The PhotoPass person, there she is, where's she at? In lime green, there's the shirt I was telling you about. They'll tell you where to smile, and then they do, like they press a button, and it takes a photo of you, but then it zooms out and shows all of Magic Kingdom. It's very cool. Highly recommend it if you have the photo pass package. And I love the hub grass, but I'm gonna get burnt over here, so we're not gonna spend too much time out here. Friends, we are so close to finishing up. Okay, one thing that you need to know about Main Street is, and the hub, which is kind of the central point of Main Street, is that there are carts on both sides. So over here is the popcorn cart. Let's talk carts. This is the popcorn cart. The smell is euphoric. I know how much I've eaten already today and I still want it. Over here they have popcorn where you can get the buckets. You can get cinnamon glazed nuts, cotton candy, Mickey shaped pretzels, churros, and a lot of sodas. You know, the classics. But let's go look at the other one, see what's different. Okay, so we made it to the other side of the castle. Here is the other popcorn cart for the hub. It also has popcorn in the buckets, Mickey shaped pretzels, churros, cinnamon glazed nuts, and cotton candy. So pretty much all the same things, but what is different about these two? Well, just a second. So the main difference between the carts, you can get pretty much the same things here, but when it comes to the parties and it comes to specialty items, that's where you're gonna see some differences. A lot of times at the parties, they will have specialty items. That's where you can also find different popcorn buckets, and it's not necessarily always going to be at both. So that's really the main difference. Although if you're just looking for some popcorn, go to either one. There are two things left, and I think they're the best two things about Main Street. So we're gonna go over here to the hub. Walt Disney designed Disneyland around the idea of a central hub. So everything kind of leads back to this spot. Walt Disney World works the exact same way. And right in the center of the hub is where you're gonna find the next thing, my favorite thing in Disney World, and it's the partner statue. It's Mickey and Walt, and I don't know why, something's wrong with me. I really want to cry when I talk about it. It's so neat and it's so cool, and it's so cool that we get to be here, and this is my job, and that you guys love Disney, and we all love Disney together. And I think that I just really appreciate what Walt created through Mickey and then through the rest of it. At the base it says, "We believe in our ideas, a family park where parents and children can have fun together. Walt Disney." And I'm crying now, and that's weird and strange of me, and it's fine. Now for the last thing here on Main Street, I feel like we've gone so slow, and now I'm talking about things that I get excited about, like the partner statue. We're here back at the castle. There's two things you have to do at the castle. Three things you have to do at the castle. One, you have to watch the show, which we watched this morning from the omnibus. Two, you have to take a photo because you're at the castle. You have to. I don't care how old you are or if you don't like Disney, you have to do it, even if it's just to prove you were there. The third thing is you do have to watch fireworks at night, especially because it's happily ever after. We will not be here at night, so we're just gonna take a picture to end our day. Okay, and just like that, we're done. So we spent over 3 hours just on Main Street, and I know for a fact a lot of you guys thought, this isn't gonna be very long, like there's not that much to do. There is so much to do up here. I love Main Street. It is one of my favorite parts of all of Walt Disney World. It's so nice and cute and charming, and don't overlook the amazing things that it has just because you don't realize that they're there. So thanks, Main Street, I love you. If you guys like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe. Now go watch us break all the rules in Disney World. I'll see you there.